We are talking to Alexis, who is the co-founder of Eugen Systems, the company behind Wargame and Act of War. And now they're coming up with Act of Aggression, a new strategy game. So can you, in a few words, tell me what Act of Aggression is?
So Act of Aggression is the spiritual successor of Act of War, the game that we have done in 2005. So with Act of Aggression, what we want to create is a pure RTS. You know, like a RTS that is coming back to the roots. Of course, we don't have the feeling that this formula is an old-fashioned formula. It can be really fun to play. We are adding a lot of new ways to play this game with, like I showed you, with the way we explore the resources or the way we gather them, and the base, how you build your building. And our RTS, you know, as the spiritual successor of Act of War, is a techno thriller that is taking place in 2020s, something like this. As a techno thriller, it has, and as Act of War had at that time, you know, we have a lot of military units, or you know, like prototype of fun military unit that will come in the future that you play with. We have a lot of content in the game, more than 70 different units, more than 100 upgrades. When we made Act of War in 2005, we made it because we were huge fans of CNC Generals, and so now what we want to do with Act of Aggression is to make you know, a game for the fans. What you like in a techno thriller is to have units that are part of the units are coming from our time, you know, like we have the Abrams or, you know, the artillery unit that you see, but also it's in the near future. So you have to have those prototypes that look so fancy and stuff like this. So regarding the pace, we want the pace, you know, like the pace that was in Act of War or in CNC Generals, but we don't want a pace that is, you know, in a game like StarCraft where it's too fast. We want a game where you do a lot of things. You know, the game is you have to do things in the game. It's really very dynamic. But we want that the best player is not the player that's clicking to the fastest. It has to be have something involving and have something that is about your mind and about your taking risk and do things like this.
How did Wargame, your experiences with that genre, that unique take on strategy, how did that influence Act of Aggression? Well, with Wargame, we've done so many mechanics, you know, to have this feeling of every unit is like, in reality, it's kind of it's not a simulation, but it's close in certain aspects. And with Wargame, we've done a lot of things on the terrain, how you can use the terrain to do things and stuff like this. So when we have thought about Act of Aggression, we in our mind it was like, okay, in Wargame you do all your time you are only focusing on combat. So now with Act of Aggression, we want to focus on combat, base building, resource gathering, and unit production. So we need more time for this, so less time on the combat. So a lot of elements will be put on the side, and this is how this is the approach we had with Act of Aggression. Wargame is at this level, and with Act of Aggression we are going another level thanks to Wargame. I have to ask about the super weapons. We haven't seen anything about them, but nukes, or what is it?
Yeah, each faction has its own super weapon, and each faction has its own protection against super weapon. So you can fire anywhere on the map. It launches, it goes really fast, close to destroy one base in one shot. It's really like, and normally how you play is you have some defenses. And when you want to destroy a base, imagine that the enemy has like 3 ammunition for defenses. You shoot like 4 or 5 super weapons, so it will destroy 3, and the 2 next one will wipe out the base. So it's like, you know, at the end of the close to the end of the game, when you want to finish the enemy, you want something even much powerful than only the you know, the biggest unit. So it's the super massive. Now it's really fun to play with this kind of weapons.
Thank you. And when is it coming out?
We hope to have something in March.